Have you ever wondered why your legs feel heavier, weaker, or stiffer, even though you eat healthy, take your walks, and try to do everything right? Why does climbing the stairs suddenly feel like climbing a mountain? Why does getting up from a chair take a little more effort than it used to? Most people blame it on just getting older. But here's the shocking truth. It's not always aging that's stealing your strength. In fact, many seniors are unknowingly sabotaging their legs every single day, and they're doing it with something they believe is 100% healthy. Fruits. We've been told since childhood that fruits are nature's candy, packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and energy. And yes, many are. But here's the secret no one talks about. Not every fruit is safe for people over 60. Some can quietly inflame your joints, spike your blood sugar, weaken circulation, and slowly drain the very leg strength you need to stay active and independent. The scariest part? The damage happens silently. No warning, no sudden pain. Just a little more swelling, a little more stiffness, a little more heaviness, until one day you realize walking across the room feels harder than it should. That's why in today's video, we're exposing the 7 worst fruits that seniors over 60 should avoid at all costs if you want to protect your legs, your joints, and your independence. And don't worry, I'll also show you the fruits you should eat that do the exact opposite, reducing inflammation, improving circulation, and helping you move freely again. Before we dive in, let me ask you, do your legs ever feel heavy or achy after eating certain fruits? Drop a 1 in the comments if yes, or a 0 if no. I'd love to see how many of us are experiencing this without realizing why. Now, let's begin with the first surprising fruit on our list. It's tropical, it's sweet, and it's praised as anti-inflammatory. But for seniors, it may be doing the exact opposite. Part 1. 7 worst fruits that seniors over 60 should avoid at all costs. Worst fruit number 7. Pineapple, the silent joint irritant. Tropical, juicy, and refreshing, pineapple has long been celebrated as a natural anti-inflammatory because of an enzyme called bromelain. It's even promoted as a food that can soothe arthritis and improve digestion. But here's the hidden danger. For seniors over 60, pineapple can quietly do more harm than good. Why? Let's break it down. A sugar spike in disguise. Yes, the sweetness in pineapple is natural, but that doesn't make it harmless. 1 cup of pineapple chunks contains about 16 grams of sugar, roughly 4 teaspoons. Younger bodies can handle that sugar rush, but after 60, your blood vessels become more delicate and less responsive to sudden spikes in glucose. That means each serving of pineapple can cause a sharp rise in blood sugar, damaging the tiny blood vessels that feed your legs and feet. Over time, this leads to reduced circulation, oxygen shortages in muscles, and that heavy, aching feeling in your calves and knees after even a short walk. Acidity that fuels inflammation. Beyond sugar, pineapple is highly acidic. That acid can irritate joint tissues already weakened by age or arthritis. Instead of calming inflammation, pineapple can actually add fuel to the fire, worsening stiffness and swelling in your knees, ankles, and hips. Think about it. If your joints are already sore and inflamed, pouring acid on top of them is like scratching an open wound. No wonder so many seniors report that their legs feel heavier or itchier after eating pineapple regularly. Dangerous drug interactions. Bromelain, the very enzyme that gives pineapple its healthy reputation, can also be a problem. Research shows it may interact with blood thinners such as warfarin or aspirin, increasing the risk of bleeding or making your medications unpredictable. For seniors managing heart disease, stroke risk, or circulation problems, this makes pineapple more of a gamble than a gift. The hidden danger, it's subtle. The biggest problem with pineapple isn't an immediate stomachache or sharp pain. It's that the damage is silent and gradual. A little more swelling in the ankles, a little more stiffness in the knees, a little more heaviness in the legs. By the time you notice it, the harm has already been building for months or even years. What to do instead? You don't have to banish pineapple forever. But if you're over 60 and already dealing with joint pain, swelling, or circulation issues, limit pineapple to small, occasional servings. Always eat it with protein or healthy fat, like yogurt or nuts, to slow the sugar spike. If you're on blood thinners, talk to your doctor before eating it regularly. Better yet, swap pineapple for berries, low sugar, anti-inflammatory, and circulation friendly. They'll give your joints relief instead of irritation. If pineapple, the so-called anti-inflammatory fruit, can quietly damage your legs, imagine what the next fruit, one of the most popular in America, could be doing. It's soft, sweet, and known for its potassium, but for seniors, it may be a muscle imposter. Stay with me, because up next is bananas. Worst fruit number 6. Bananas, the muscle imposter. Soft, sweet, and packed with potassium, bananas have been marketed for decades as the muscle fruit. Athletes eat them for quick energy, dieters praise them for satiety, and seniors often grab one for breakfast thinking they're making a smart choice. But here's the hidden truth. Bananas can quietly drain your strength and worsen leg problems after 60. Quick sugar, quick crash. Bananas are rich in fast-digesting carbohydrates. One medium banana has about 14 grams of sugar and very little fiber to slow it down. For seniors, that means a rapid spike in blood sugar, followed by a crash. Every spike inflames your blood vessels, reducing circulation in your legs. The crash leaves you feeling drained, your muscles heavy, and your joints stiffer than before. Over time, these repeated sugar surges contribute to weaker legs, balance issues, and slower recovery from even light activity. Hidden link to inflammation and swelling. Bananas are also known to cause fluid retention in sensitive individuals, especially those with heart or kidney concerns. For seniors, this translates into puffy ankles, swollen feet, stiff knees that feel locked after sitting. Instead of energizing your muscles, bananas can quietly load your legs with water weight and discomfort. Potassium isn't the whole story. Yes, bananas provide potassium, which helps prevent cramps. But here's the catch. The high sugar content outweighs the benefits for many seniors. There are better, lower sugar potassium sources, like spinach, avocado, and beans, that strengthen muscles without spiking blood sugar or causing swelling. The silent problem. Bananas don't hurt right away. That's what makes them tricky. You might eat one at breakfast and feel fine. But over months, you notice your legs feel heavier, your calves ache after short walks, and your balance isn't what it used to be. Most seniors chalk it up to aging, when in reality, their healthy snack is playing a hidden role. What to do instead? If you love bananas, don't panic. The key is moderation and pairing. Limit to half a banana at a time. Always eat it with protein or healthy fat, like yogurt, nuts, or eggs, to slow absorption. Choose alternatives like berries or kiwi for a gentler blood sugar impact. If bananas, the fruit everyone thinks supports muscle strength, can quietly drain your legs, what about something even smaller? Tiny, sweet, and addictive, the next fruit is often praised as heart healthy. But in reality, it can ignite inflammation in your joints and feet. Up next, grapes. Worst fruit number 5. Grapes, the tiny fruit with a big hidden cost. They look innocent. They're small, sweet, and so easy to pop into your mouth that you barely notice how many you've eaten. Grapes have long been praised for their antioxidants and heart benefits. But here's the hidden truth most seniors never hear. Grapes can quietly fuel inflammation, trigger uric acid buildup, and make your legs weaker with every handful. Fructose, the sweet saboteur. The sugar in grapes isn't just any sugar, it's fructose. Unlike glucose, which your body uses for energy, fructose goes straight to the liver. When the liver can't process it all, It gets converted into fat and uric acid. Uric acid crystals can build up in joints, especially in the toes, ankles, and knees. This is what sparks gout flare-ups, sharp, burning pain in the joints that feels like fire under the skin. Even without gout, rising uric acid quietly stiffens and inflames your joints. That evening stiffness in your calves, or that strange throbbing in your big toe. Grapes may be part of the reason. Inflammation that spreads. Fructose also fuels systemic inflammation. For seniors, that means slower walking speed, legs that tire after short strolls, a heavy, dragging sensation that makes stairs feel like a mountain. 1 or 2 grapes don't do it, but who eats just 2? A few handfuls can equal more sugar than a candy bar, and your legs feel the impact. Too easy to overeat. The danger with grapes isn't just what's inside. It's how effortless they are to overconsume. Because they're small, juicy, and low in calories, seniors often snack on them mindlessly. Before you know it, you've eaten 2 or 3 cups, a massive load of sugar for aging blood vessels and muscles that can no longer buffer the spike like they used to. The leg connection. Poor circulation, uric acid buildup, and chronic inflammation all target your legs first. That's why seniors who eat grapes regularly often notice burning or tingling in the feet at night, morning stiffness in the knees, fatigue in the thighs after even light activity. It feels like aging, but it's actually the fruit bowl sabotaging your strength. Smarter alternatives. If you love grapes, swap them out for fruits that deliver antioxidants without the uric acid trigger. Blueberries, gentler on blood sugar, high in anthocyanins for circulation. Cherries, in moderation, they actually help lower uric acid. Blackberries, fiber-rich and anti-inflammatory. If grapes, a fruit praised for heart health, can quietly inflame your joints and weaken your legs, imagine what happens with a fruit that acts like candy disguised as water. Up next, watermelon. Worst fruit number 4, watermelon, the sugar trap disguised as hydration. When you think of summer, you think of watermelon. Light, juicy, refreshing, and often praised as the hydrating fruit. It seems harmless, even healing. But here's the hidden truth. For seniors, watermelon can act more like liquid sugar than a healthy hydrator, quietly draining leg strength and mobility. The high glycemic surprise. Yes, watermelon is 90% water. But the part that isn't water? Fast sugar. Watermelon has a glycemic index of 80, nearly as high as pure table sugar. That means it spikes your blood sugar quickly. And for seniors, those rapid spikes are dangerous. They stress your blood vessels, especially the delicate ones in your legs. They worsen circulation, leaving less oxygen and nutrients for your muscles. Over time, they accelerate leg fatigue, calf cramps, and swelling in ankles. What feels like just aging legs may actually be the aftermath of repeated sugar spikes from foods like watermelon. Insulin resistance and inflammation. After 60, the body naturally becomes less sensitive to insulin. Add watermelon's fast sugars, and you've got the perfect recipe for insulin spikes, crashes, and inflammation. That inflammation doesn't stay in the bloodstream. It settles in your knees, calves, and hips, making every step feel heavier than it should. The illusion of safety. Because watermelon feels light and watery, most people eat huge portions. A few slices can easily equal the sugar in a can of soda, but without you realizing it. You think you're hydrating, when in fact, your blood sugar is surging. How your legs pay the price. That dull ache in your calves after a walk. The swelling around your ankles in the evening. The stiffness in your knees when you climb stairs. These aren't random signs of age. They're warnings that your circulation and muscles are under attack. And watermelon, eaten often and in large amounts, can be part of the problem. Better alternatives for hydration. If hydration is your goal, Cucumber and celery are far safer, lower sugar choices. Pair them with water or herbal tea to stay cool without spiking blood sugar. If you crave fruit, choose berries. They hydrate while delivering antioxidants and keeping blood sugar steady. Now, if even watermelon, the fruit marketed as nature's hydration, can quietly sabotage your legs, what about fruits that are acidic and sweet at the same time? Up next, let's uncover the hidden truth about oranges. Fruit number 3, oranges, the acidic attack on aging joints. Oranges, bright, juicy, refreshing, they've been marketed for decades as the sunshine fruit that boosts immunity, fuels your morning, and delivers vitamin C in every bite. Doctors, magazines, and commercials have all repeated the same message. Start your day with a glass of orange juice and you'll stay healthy. But for seniors over 60, this citrus favorite hides a darker truth. Beneath that sweet tart flavor lies a combination of acidity, natural sugars, and metabolic triggers that quietly erode joint health, weaken leg circulation, and accelerate inflammation. The most surprising part? These effects are slow and subtle, meaning you may already be experiencing them without realizing oranges are to blame. The acid factor, how oranges irritate aging joints. Let's start with the acidity. Oranges are loaded with citric acid, the compound that gives them their sharp tang. For younger people with strong cartilage and resilient blood vessels, the body can usually buffer this acid without much trouble. But as we age, things change. Cartilage thins in the knees, hips, and ankles. Collagen fibers weaken, reducing joint cushioning. Bone density drops, leaving less room for error. When citric acid enters the bloodstream, it irritates the delicate tissues around already inflamed joints. Think of it like pouring lemon juice onto a paper cut. The tissue reacts with swelling, tenderness, and stiffness. Over time, that irritation contributes to faster cartilage breakdown, especially in seniors already struggling with arthritis or chronic knee pain. Sugar spikes, why natural sweetness isn't always safe. Now let's look at the other hidden culprit, sugar. Oranges might feel lighter than candy or soda, but their natural sugar content, especially in juice form, can be surprisingly high. One medium orange, 12 grams of sugar. One 8-ounce glass of orange juice, 21 grams of sugar. That's 5 teaspoons in a single glass. For seniors, this isn't just about calories. It's about blood sugar spikes. With age, insulin sensitivity declines, meaning your body has a harder time controlling sugar surges. Each spike is followed by a crash, and with it comes heaviness in the legs after meals, sudden fatigue while walking or climbing stairs, burning or tingling in the calves and feet from poor circulation. What's worse, repeated spikes trigger inflammation at the cellular level, the very process that accelerates joint pain, cramps, and swelling. Oranges might look like harmless hydration, but inside your body, they act like a stealthy fuel source for leg fatigue and chronic inflammation. The circulation connection, why legs suffer first. Here's the part few people talk about. Your legs are often the first to feel the impact of citrus overload. Why? Because circulation naturally weakens in the extremities with age. The arteries and veins in your calves and ankles are already working harder to push blood back to the heart. Add the acid plus sugar combo from oranges, and you've created the perfect storm for swelling around the ankles, a dull ache in the thighs after short walks, persistent tightness in the calves, a heavy, dragging sensation in the knees. These aren't random signs of just getting older. They're signals your body is struggling with the foods you're giving it. And for many seniors, oranges are one of the hidden culprits. The silent danger, why it creeps up on you. The scariest part about oranges isn't an immediate side effect. You won't eat one and suddenly feel sharp pain. Instead, the damage builds slowly and silently. Stiffness that used to last 5 minutes in the morning now lasts 20. Walks that felt easy now leave you winded. That normal ankle swelling becomes a daily reality. And because oranges have been marketed as healthy for decades, seniors rarely suspect them. It feels impossible that something associated with wellness could also be fueling leg pain and weakness. But that's exactly why oranges are so deceptive. What you can do instead. Does this mean you must banish oranges forever? Not necessarily, but moderation and awareness are key. Limit orange juice. One glass can deliver the sugar load of a soda. Instead, eat a small whole orange, which at least provides fiber to slow absorption. Pair with protein or fat. Eating citrus alongside nuts, yogurt, or eggs helps blunt the sugar spike. Choose gentler fruits. Papaya and kiwi provide plenty of vitamin C without the same acid load. Berries, in particular, deliver antioxidants that protect collagen instead of eroding it. Listen to your body. If you notice your legs feel heavier, stiffer, or more swollen after oranges or juice, consider cutting back for a few weeks and track the difference. Fruit number 2, green apples. The sour surprise that can steal your leg strength. Green apples. Crisp, tart, and often marketed as the healthier apple variety. They look clean, low in sugar, and safe for anyone trying to cut back on sweets. But here's the truth. Green apples aren't as innocent as they look. For aging bodies, especially those over 60, they carry hidden risks that can slowly erode leg strength, trigger painful cramps, and stiffen joints. The malic acid problem, a sour enemy to aging joints. That sharp, sour flavor in green apples comes from malic acid, an organic compound that stimulates saliva and gives apples their tang. While malic acid is harmless for most young people, it can be a problem for seniors. Here's why. As we age, the gut lining becomes thinner and more sensitive. Acids that the body once handled easily can now cause irritation. Once absorbed, malic acid can irritate joint tissues already inflamed from arthritis or wear and tear. Over time, this acid acts like a slow burn, feeding stiffness in the knees, hips, and ankles. Many seniors report that after eating tart apples, they feel a nagging ache in their thighs or hips, or a dull, burning sensation in the calves. It doesn't happen instantly like an allergic reaction. Instead, it creeps in over time, making it easy to mistake for normal aging. But it's not just age. It's chemistry. Hidden sugar, the trick behind the tartness. The next danger lies in the hidden sugar content. Green apples don't taste as sweet as red ones, but they still carry 10 to 12 grams of natural sugar per apple. And here's the trick. Because they taste sour, many people underestimate how much sugar they're actually consuming. For seniors, this creates a double problem. Blood sugar spikes. The natural sugars enter the bloodstream quickly, especially when the apple is eaten on an empty stomach. That spike causes inflammation that settles in weak circulation zones, like the legs and feet. Insulin resistance. With age, insulin sensitivity naturally declines. Each sugar surge makes it harder for your body to manage blood glucose efficiently, leaving your legs feeling heavy, swollen, or stiff. Have you ever had a restless night with cramps in your calves or woke up to aching knees? That late-night, healthy snack of green apple slices could be part of the reason. The circulation burden, why legs suffer first. When you're young, your body can buffer sugar and acid fluctuations without much trouble. But after 60, your circulatory system weakens, especially in the legs. That means anything that irritates blood vessels, like acid or sugar, will show up first as calf tightness during short walks, nighttime cramps that interrupt sleep, swelling in ankles after sitting too long, morning stiffness in the knees. These aren't just signs of getting old. They're signals your body is under strain from foods you thought were safe. And green apples, with their acid-sugar combo, are often silent contributors. And because apples have been praised as doctor's fruit for centuries, most seniors never suspect them. That's why green apples are so deceptive. They look like a safe choice, but for aging bodies, they may be slowly sabotaging your leg strength. What you can do instead. Do you have to cut out apples completely? Not necessarily. It's about choosing the right variety and using balance. Limit green apples. Don't make them a daily habit, especially if you already have joint stiffness or circulation issues. Opt for lower acid apples like Fuji or Gala. They're gentler on digestion and still provide fiber without the sharp acid load. Pair with protein or fat. If you do eat a green apple, combine it with a handful of almonds, a spoon of Greek yogurt, or a slice of cheese. This slows sugar absorption and reduces the blood sugar spike. Eat earlier in the day. Avoid green apples at night, since sugar surges before bed can trigger restless legs and cramps. Fruit number 1. Mango, the sugar bomb that silently weakens your legs. Mangoes, golden, juicy, tropical, and often called the king of fruits. For many seniors, they bring back sweet childhood memories, summer afternoons, fresh mango slices, or creamy smoothies. They feel indulgent yet healthy, because after all, it's just fruit, right? But here's the shocking truth. For people over 60, mangoes can be one of the most deceptive and dangerous fruits when it comes to leg strength and joint health. Behind their soft sweetness lies a massive sugar punch that can quietly drain your energy, inflame your joints, and leave your legs weaker with every bite. Why mango is a sugar trap for seniors. 1 cup of sliced mango contains nearly 23 grams of natural sugar. That's equivalent to 5 to 6 teaspoons of sugar, almost the same as a candy bar. The problem isn't just the sugar itself, but how it behaves inside an aging body. Fast absorption, mango sugar enters your bloodstream quickly, causing sharp blood sugar spikes. Insulin strain. After 60, your pancreas and cells don't respond as efficiently. Instead of smoothly clearing sugar from your blood, your body struggles, creating roller coaster highs and lows. Circulation stress. Each spike damages delicate blood vessels, especially the smaller ones in your legs and feet. Over time, this process erodes leg strength in 2 ways. By reducing oxygen delivery to muscles, leaving your legs tired and heavy. By fueling inflammation in joints, making each step stiffer and more painful. So while mango feels like a light fruit snack, it can act like pouring gasoline on the fire of aging inflammation. The inflammation link. Why joints suffer. Every time blood sugar spikes, your body releases inflammatory compounds called cytokines. For younger people, these small bursts may not do much harm. But for seniors, whose circulation is weaker and joints are already under stress, these repeated sugar-driven flares add up. Symptoms that often appear include burning or tingling in the toes, aching knees after even mild activity, evening swelling around the ankles, cramps in the calves at night. Mangoes, because of their concentrated sugar, exaggerate these symptoms, even if you think you're only eating a small portion. The silent progression. The most dangerous part about mangoes isn't what happens right after you eat them. It's the slow, unnoticed damage. Each sugar spike leaves microscopic scars in blood vessels. Over months, circulation worsens. Each bout of inflammation chips away at cartilage. Knees and hips lose cushioning, making movement stiffer. Each insulin surge wears down your body's energy. The result? Heavier legs, slower steps, and creeping fatigue. It doesn't happen overnight, which is why many seniors dismiss the connection between mangoes and their leg weakness. They keep eating them, unaware the fruit they love is quietly fueling their decline. Why mango feels harmless, but isn't. Mangoes don't feel heavy in the stomach. They don't cause the immediate crash you might expect from processed sweets. That's why they're so dangerous. Seniors often eat a whole mango or multiple slices at once, thinking it's better than dessert. But here's the catch. Portions are deceptive. 1 large mango can contain over 45 grams of sugar, nearly double the daily safe limit for older adults. Juices and smoothies are worse. Blending mango strips away fiber, leaving pure sugar that hits the bloodstream even faster. They mask harm. Because they taste refreshing and light, the creeping inflammation and leg weakness get blamed on aging, not diet. What you can do instead. Do you have to cut mango out forever? Not necessarily, but you must treat it with extreme caution after 60. Limit portions. No more than a few small slices, and never daily. Pair with protein or fat. Combine mango with Greek yogurt or a handful of walnuts. This slows sugar absorption and reduces the blood sugar spike. Avoid juices and smoothies. Whole fruit is already high in sugar. Blending just concentrates the damage. Choose lower glycemic fruits. Berries, cherries, pears, and papaya provide sweetness without the sugar overload. Think of mango as a rare indulgence, not a staple fruit for seniors. Part 2. Senior-friendly fruit alternatives. We've uncovered the 7 fruits that quietly weaken your legs and joints after 60. But here's the good news. Not all fruits are the enemy. Some actually strengthen your legs, fight inflammation, and keep you moving with ease. Now, let's flip the script and reveal the best fruits you should be eating daily to protect your strength and independence. Number 1. Berries, the circulation boosters. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. These tiny fruits pack enormous power. Unlike sugar-heavy tropical fruits, berries are naturally low in sugar but incredibly high in antioxidants like anthocyanins. These compounds protect blood vessels, improve circulation, and help your muscles and joints get the oxygen and nutrients they need. Seniors who eat berries regularly report less morning stiffness, reduced swelling around the ankles, and even better walking speed. Think of them as nature's support system for your legs. Number 2. Cherries. In moderation, a joint ally. Cherries are famous for their role in lowering uric acid levels, which means they can help reduce the risk of gout flare-ups and ease joint pain. But here's the key: moderation. A small handful, not a bowlful, is enough to get the benefits without overloading on natural sugars. Seniors with arthritis often find that adding cherries a few times a week helps calm the burning sensation in their knees or toes. Number 3. Avocado, the creamy anti-inflammatory fruit. Yes, avocado is technically a fruit, and it's one of the most powerful for seniors. Instead of spiking blood sugar, avocados provide healthy monounsaturated fats that calm inflammation inside your body. These fats cushion your joints, protect cartilage, and help regulate insulin so your energy stays steady throughout the day. One avocado a few times a week can do more for your joints and blood sugar than most sweet fruits ever could. Number 4. Papaya, the gentle digestive healer. Papaya is a tropical fruit that seniors can safely enjoy because it's soft, easy to digest, and naturally rich in enzymes like papain. These enzymes help reduce inflammation, support smooth digestion, and make nutrients easier for your body to absorb. Papaya is also stomach-friendly, making it perfect for seniors who struggle with acid reflux or sensitive digestion. At the same time, its anti-inflammatory compounds quietly calm aging joints. Number 5. Pears, the steady energy givers. Pears may look plain, but don't underestimate them. Unlike bananas or mangoes, pears have a gentler glycemic impact, which means they don't cause sharp blood sugar spikes. Instead, they release energy slowly, keeping your legs from feeling heavy or tired after meals. Pair pears, no pun intended, with protein or fiber, like a handful of nuts or a slice of cheese, and you've got a balanced snack that fuels your muscles without straining your joints. These are the fruits that work with your body after 60. They hydrate, protect, and nourish without the hidden risks of sugar spikes, acids, or inflammatory triggers. Add them to your daily routine, and you'll notice lighter steps, calmer joints, and steadier energy. Conclusion. So there you have it, the truth about fruits after 60. Some, like pineapple, bananas, grapes, and mangoes, may look innocent but can quietly sap your leg's strength, fuel inflammation, and make every step feel heavier. But others, berries, cherries, avocado, papaya, and pears, can do the exact opposite, protecting your joints, improving circulation, and giving you the steady energy your body deserves. And here's the most important takeaway. Aging doesn't mean weakness is inevitable. The choices you make at your kitchen table each day can either speed up the decline or help you regain strength, stability, and independence. One simple swap, trading grapes for berries, mango for papaya, or bananas for pears, could mean the difference between waking up with stiff legs or waking up ready to move with confidence. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these danger fruits do you eat most often? And which of the healthy alternatives are you ready to try this week? Type your answers in the comments below. We read every single one, and your story could inspire someone else in our Ageless Vitality community. If this video opened your eyes, hit the like button so more seniors can see this life-changing information. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another tip to keep your body strong and your mind sharp after 60. Remember, your legs carry your independence, your freedom, and your joy. Protect them with the right foods, and they'll carry you forward for years to come. Stay strong, stay vital, and we'll see you in the next video.